DadsGoneBad Gaming. Like and subscribe.
Tonight, I invite you to join me on my second S-Class freighter hunting expedition, and I promise I will be revealing the locations of 2 S-Class capital freighters. So let's quickly review the rules. It's going to be 3 hours since triggering your last freighter pirate attack. That's 3 hours of gameplay, and then 5 jumps in your starship. After those 3 hours should land you in your first pirate freighter attack. I set my 4th restore point in Pybri, way out in the far edge of the Outer Rim, surrounded by high conflict systems, searching for freighters in pirate systems and 3-star economy and conflict systems. So we begin in the Alphakim pirate system. So in order to be able to bring to you all of the different systems that I had to visit in order to find an S-Class, I really had to abbreviate how much I'm going to show about each system. So I'm just going to be trying to get them down to flying in, showing you the freighter, telling you what kind it is, like I'm doing here in the background. And then moving on to the next one and leaving you the coordinates where it seems appropriate so that you can get to that freighter yourself. Next up, we have Dottie and Dove 7, a pirate system in the Iopesco spur of the Outer Rim. So I come rolling into town with my squadrons to back me up, and it looks like we have a Venator class something there. Red Imperial class Star Destroyer. Oh, I like the red. That's very cool. The cargo pod on the hood there, that's cool. It's a mid-sized Venator, which is 4 indentations per side. Let's see what class we have here. It's a C class with 30 and 17. Alright, I think it's time to hit that restore point, folks. Alright, we're going to switch gears a little bit here with the Nita 10, which is a 3-star economy and conflict system in the Iopesco spur. Alright, we come rolling into battle, and it's definitely a Venator class something. This is a Venator class Star Destroyer. It looks good. It's taking some damage there, or it's not rendering, either one. It's the smallest of the Venator design with 2 indentations per side. Alright, we're going to step out of the ship here and take a look, and hopefully we have something. It's a C-Class 2513. Here's the glyph portal coordinates for it if anybody's interested in that. I was going to save that for better ships than C-Class, but it seems that we're on a roll with the C's right now. Alright, next up is the Ineski Somac, the 14th. It's a pirate system in the Iopesco spur. It's going to be a Sentinel-style ship of some kind. Come rolling in, and it's a red Sentinel class freighter. The Sentinel class is the smallest design with 3 midsection segments. The No Man's Sky wiki classifies some freighters as tier 2, meaning that they're Sentinel style and they have cargo pods on the bottom of them. I also found on the wiki this image of a tier 3 dreadnought only with 2 cargo pods underneath. If I find one, I might take that. Just saying. Back to what we're doing here. We fly in and we're going to go land and take a look at the wall and see what class this guy is. Survey says C-Class 2816. Alright. Glyph portal coordinates if anybody wants them for that particular freighter. And restore point. Next up on the radar is the Lyanka pirate system in the Yaksa Nebula, the Outer Rim of Euclid. Here we go. And I had all sorts of problems saving this file. Something happened with my system and it crashed, but this is the ship and these are the coordinates for it. It is the smallest Sentinel design with 3 midsection segments. It is tier 1, meaning it has no pods. Those are the coordinates for it. But the stats are unknown. If you want to come here and investigate it, this is how you get here. These are the glyph portal coordinates for it. Moving on, back to Pybri, and the search continues. Next up we have Dunsit Rupert pirate system in the Iopesco spur, the Outer Rim of Euclid. Rolling into town. This looks like one of the largest. It is. It's a Dreadnought class freighter, and it is red. This is the largest Sentinel design with 7 midsection segments. And it is tier 2 with 1 extra cargo pod underneath. So we fly in, land, take a look at the wall. It is C-Class 3219. I was unable to get the coordinates, but if you need them, leave a comment below and I will send them to you. Lordny 1, 3-star economy and conflict region in the Textier Expanse, out in the Outer Rim of Euclid. Come flying in, and hey, check it out, it's blue. I like that. This is a very cool looking one. This is a blue battleship class freighter, meaning that it is medium-sized Sentinel design with 5 midsection segments. Let's fly in and land down there and take a look at the wall. Survey says B-Class 3017. Yay, we finally found something other than a C-Class. Awesome. The hunt continues. And here we have more Maror 7, a 3-star economy conflict system in the Opesco Spur in the Outer Rim. Come flying into town. Definitely looks like a Venator class something or another. Alright, Venator class Star Destroyer. And that is evident by the small Venator design with 2 indentation segments. Come flying in. They land the wall. Let's hope this thing is S-class. It is B-class 2916. Here we have Papertac 14 pirate system, the Opesco Spur and the Outer Rim. So they come flying into town, and there's a Venator something. Venator style. Looks like it's probably another Star Destroyer. It is Venator class Star Destroyer. I like how the lighting changes there. It goes from that red, and now we can see it's actually kind of bluish gray. It's a small Venator design with 2 indentation segments. It is C-class 3320. But we've got to keep chasing the S-class freighter. Here we have Sudokum Ore pirate system, the Opesco Spur in the Outer Rim. Alright, we come sailing in, and we have Sentinel style something. It is, looks like one of the smallest ones. It is the Sentinel class freighter. Small Sentinel design with 3 midsection segments. It is an A-class 2513. This is the highest class we found so far. Let's take a look. There's the glyph portal coordinates. Moving on, back to Pybri, and we try again. Next up, we roll into Sahant, a pirate system, the Opesco Spur in the Outer Rim. Go flying into town and smash right into the back end of a system freighter, because boy, oh boy, that's fun. And I pulled this clip to show the cargo pod underneath, making this a Tier 2 Dreadnought class freighter. It's the largest Sentinel design with 7 midsection segments. It's only 1 cargo pod away from being the biggest one out there. It is a C-class 2614. Here's the glyph portal coordinates if you're interested in this ship. It does look very cool. Moving on, back to Pybri, and the search continues. Next up, we have Alder's Howl, a pirate system in the Opesco Spur of the Outer Rim. Rolling into town, we're looking at a Sentinel-style ship of some sort of another. Looks like it's going to be the large size. It's a Dreadnought class freighter. This thing is monstrous. It's totally huge. It's the largest Sentinel design with 7 midsection segments. How about that? Here's the Hopins. We're going to fly in and land. What do we have? We have C-class 2412. Oh boy. And here's the glyph portal coordinates if you want this ship. Alright folks. Moving on, back to Pybri, and the search continues. Next up is Sholin Eigen, 3-star economy and conflict system in the Ohaimri sector of the Outer Rim. Notably, it's also a dissonant star system. Here's a teaser of Sholin Eigen's Interceptor. I will be focusing a video for the Interceptor update in this system. It is Tier 2 because it has an extra cargo pod underneath, and it is a Sentinel class freighter, which is again the model that they use in the Interceptor update for the Sentinel freighter attacks. And the survey says B-class with 30 and 16 slots. And here are the glyph portal coordinates for this freighter. Okay, full stop. In a subsequent video capture from Sholin Eigen, I found a discrepancy concerning Sholin Eigen's capital freighter. So I'm going to show you the video of my more recent expedition to Sholin Eigen, and notice that the freighter increased its class within a month of being triggered initially. Here we go. So on my subsequent trip to this system, I arrived, I showed the coordinates, and I flew in to check out the class, just to check. Who knew? Now I double checked to make sure it was the same ship, and it's the same ship, but now that is definitely an A class, and that's amazing. Like, oh my gosh. It looks like it has 3 supercharged slots too. How about that? Anyway. So some points to consider in choosing where to hunt. Do freighters advance in class over time after being triggered in any given system? A fair question. Did the Interceptor update scale freighters in dissonant star systems? Another good question. And does distance from the galactic core matter? Well, that third one I can certainly test right away, so I think I'm going to do that. So I summoned my own freighter and used my portal network to get to my glyph portal in Euclid, which is shown here. I love that it stays active once you've activated it. So I plug in the Sunrise hack and hop into the glyph portal, which sends me to the galactic core area. Here's Tatunga. I walk over to this ledge and like, some other people have been here. I'm going to go over to that base there, which is what I do. There's the base. It looks very, very cool. A little shot of it from space, as well as the glyph portal coordinates to get here. A lot of cool bases on that planet. So I had gotten up into space and I summoned my freighter to jump to the nearest pirate system that I could to set my new restore point. So just so that you know, you can jump through portals, glyph portals, and with your freighter, and it will not trigger the pirate attack. So I've been able to hold off the pirate attack until the next time I jump with my starship. And here I am with my new restore point, now near the core of Euclid. So now it's time to renew the search for S-class freighters. Now we have Nara, a pirate system in the Diobat's cloud in the galactic core. Come rolling into town. I'm feeling very, very positive about this. And we roll up on a Battleship class freighter. This is the mid-size Sentinel design with 5 midsection segments. It does not appear to be a tier 2, but a tier 1 with no cargo pods. We land, we take a look at the wall. Survey, C-Class 3319. Well, there you go. And here are the coordinates for this freighter. Again, this is at the galactic core. Moving on, back to Narda, and we'll give it another go. So, we roll into Xingkang, a pirate system in the arm of Nanhanors and Euclid Galactic Core. This is a Sentinel class freighter. Does not have any cargo pods, so it's only tier 1, and it is the smallest design with 3 midsection segments. And the survey says it is C-class with 24 and 12 for cargo slots and tech. And here are the glyph portal coordinates. Moving on, hit that there restore point again. We show up in Learkiv 17, a pirate system in the Diobat's cloud, Euclid Galactic Core. Well, this is a pretty hopeful looking thing here. That is definitely a big Venator. Yep. Our Resurgent class Star Destroyer, the largest of them all. This has 6 indentation segments per side. I like the bridge. It looks like that Star Wars bridge from the Separatist ships. Very cool. C-Class 3219. Yeah. All right. And here are the glyph portal coordinates for that fantastic looking freighter. Hit that restore point, wash, rinse, and repeat. Here we have Nodfella, sounds like Goodfella, pirate system region in the Diobat's cloud, the galactic core of Euclid. Okay, so we come rolling into town. We know we have some level of Sentinel design here. Let's take a closer look and see what we have. It's a Sentinel class freighter. Very excellent. It is the smallest of the Sentinels with the 3 midsection segments, as we've seen many of them before. I like the bridge, that's also very cool. Let's see what we have, fingers crossed. Here we go, S-Class 25 plus 13, most excellent, and it's real pretty. Like the decal, like the shot, those are the glyph portal coordinates for it. And the system, just checking quick to see if it has any resonant planets, but it does not. It's not a resonant system, but that's okay. And just to prove that, there's one of the planet coordinates for another way to get into this system. Psyched, we found one. That's very cool. But now here's the real big reward of the night. I'm going to show you the glyph portal coordinates for my freighter, which I apparently did not do in my first video. So I am more than happy to do so tonight as being the second S-Class freighter that we're going to be showcasing in this video. And here it is, and I have returned it to the system in which I found it. Crashed right into the starbase. I was so excited to just, bam, be back. So here she is in her home port. You can see S-Class 2620. There she is. I called it the Devastator, naming it after Darth Vader's flagship in The Empire Strikes Back. So there we go, the Devastator. You can find it too. It is available in the system, which is in the Hilbert Galaxy. So you have to get to Hilbert first before you're going to be able to portal to this sector. I'll leave a link showing how to get to other galaxies at the end of this video, just in case you need some help with that. Anyway, I hope you have a great night, and thank you for coming with me on the expedition. Sometimes it's a long time before you find an S-Class, but hopefully I'm thinking that maybe jumping to other galaxies or staying near the core might be the trick, as well as hitting pirate systems in your searches. Anyway, have a great night. This is DadsGoneBad Gaming, signing off. Fly safe.
Dad's Gone Bad Gaming. Like and subscribe.